Have you ever noticed that when your mind starts with one tiny what if, it never stops at one? It becomes, what if this goes wrong? What if I mess up? What if something bad happens? What if I never figure this out? And before you know it, you're mentally living in 5 different catastrophic futures all at once. If that sounds like you, stay with me. Because today I'm going to show you one metacognitive shift that can drastically reduce your what if spirals, starting today. And no, it's not positive thinking. It's not replacing thoughts. It's not affirmations. And it's definitely not trying to stop your thoughts. This shift comes from metacognitive therapy. And when you understand it, you'll realize you've been fighting the wrong battle all along. Before we get into the shift, let's look at what's actually happening when you fall into a what if spiral. You get a trigger thought, what if I fail? Your attention locks onto it, and you start engaging with it, analyzing, predicting, preparing, imagining worst-case scenarios. That engagement is what metacognitive therapy calls CAS, the cognitive attentional syndrome. CAS, you're worrying, analyzing, trying to solve, trying to prevent, and constantly checking your inner experiences. And here's the key. The problem is not the what-if thought itself. We all get those. The problem is the time you spend engaging with it. Think of the thought as a ringtone. The phone rings, but you don't have to answer it. You don't have to jump into a long conversation with every mental call that pops up. The what-if spiral is not caused by the thought. It's caused by the conversation you start with it. This is great news, and because thoughts aren't controllable, but your response to them absolutely is. Which brings me to the shift. The shift is this. Shift from, what does this thought mean, to what do I want to do with this thought? Most people respond to a trigger thought by asking, why am I thinking this? What does it say about me? How do I stop this? What if it's true? Those are content-level questions, and they pull you directly into CAS. But metacognitive therapy guides you to a process-level question instead. What do I want to do with this thought right now? This instantly breaks the spell of the what if. It reminds your brain that you have control over your attention. You have control over your response. You don't need to analyze every thought. You don't need to solve every scenario your mind generates. Your job is not to wrestle with the thought. Your job is to choose your response. And the response we choose in MCT is this. Let the thought be, shift your attention outward. That's it. That's the whole mechanism. Let's turn that shift into a concrete exercise you can start using immediately. This is called the 2-step attention reset. Step 1, notice the what if thought without getting involved. When the what if thought pops up, don't analyze it. Don't evaluate it. Don't argue with it. Just mentally label it. That's a what if thought. My mind is pulling me into CAS. This is a mental invitation, not a command. The goal is not to stop the thought, just to see it as an event in the mind, not a problem to solve. Step 2, actively shift to an external focus. Choose one of these. Notice 5 things you can see. Describe objects around you neutrally. Focus on the sound of someone talking. Feel your feet on the ground. Look at colors or shapes in the room. Engage in the next action you are going to do. This step works because attention is controllable. You can't stop a thought from appearing, but you can absolutely stop feeding it. This is exactly what breaks the spiral. Over time, your brain learns something powerful. These thoughts can pop up, but I don't have to follow them. And that is how you retrain your mind out of the what-if habit. When you stop responding to what-if thoughts, several things happen. 1, you weaken the belief that worrying is useful. Many people unconsciously believe, if I worry, I can prepare. If I think enough, I'll prevent bad things. But by not engaging, you discover you function better when you don't analyze everything. 2, your nervous system calms because CAS reduces CAS always increases anxiety. Reducing CAS tarks less anxiety, less noise, less stress. 3, your brain relearns that thoughts are harmless. You're teaching your mind, thoughts can be here, I don't need to follow them. This is how you create long-term freedom, not by controlling your thoughts, but by controlling your response. Here's a challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, every time a what if shows up, do the 2-step attention reset. Your mind says, what if something goes wrong? Label it. This is a what if thought. Shift attention outwards for 15-30 seconds. Your mind says, what if people judge me? Label it. Shift attention. Your mind says, what if I fail? Label it. Shift attention. You don't need to win the war with thinking. You just need to stop entering the battle. If you do this consistently, even for one day, you'll feel a noticeable difference in mental quiet and in your sense of control. If today's one shift made sense to you, if it clicked that you've been fighting the wrong part of the problem, you're already stepping into a new way of relating to your mind. Because you don't fix anxiety by fixing thoughts. You fix anxiety by fixing your relationship to thoughts. If you want more videos like this, more tools you can apply today, or a full breakdown of how metacognitive therapy works, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. And before you go, let me know in the comments, what is the number one what if thought that visits you most often? Not to analyze it, just to notice it.